Social Podcast. I am your co-host, Mr. Overlord, and with me, as always, is the host, Kuro, and eventually Dog Boy. I
So
hope.
yeah, he'll eventually show up in due time. It usually happens. So we're looking out for him, everyone. So when he comes in, you'll see him and he'll introduce himself to you guys.
Okay, so the first order of business is, well, two new games that were actually new. Forspoken and
Oh,
Hi-Fi.
oh,
Forspoken,
we're really going
like
here.
I, yep,
Nice.
we're going. Like I said, we have some juicy ones today, kids.
Oh, go on.
So, we all know Forspoken was kind of an absolute dumpster fire when it first launched.
Oh boy. I mean, it looks pretty, but
What the fuck have we been looking at the same game?
I've been looking at the demos of other people playing the game. I didn't want to
Dude, there's some
buy.
screenshots where it's like Beetlejuice, nice fucking model. Honk honk.
Uh, no, what I seen was first spoken is just like it's all that pixelized graphics, is like shooting all over the place and all that magic that she's doing and stuff like that. That's why I see with Forspoken. I didn't play the game or touch the game. I just know
Look
that.
look at what I just put.
Let me
You
get.
need a 3070 to run this.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard that. Heard how the specs on there. Eeh, I just. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. You may. Oh gosh. Anywho, go
Yeah,
on.
keep in mind, Square Enix made this game. Help make this game.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what the fuck were these people smoking?
Pogging. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Pog.
Actually, most drugs are illegal there in Japan, so I'm wondering what are they drinking.
Well, someone might have spiked the boss coffee that day. Bulls. It was a Sopro. Someone spiked something that they're drinking. But go on.
It's like, wow, and like, what else is going on? Like, attacked on story and gameplay as well.
Yeah, I okay. So what I know first spoken because I'm not gonna play it. Like I never had any interest in it. I know people are like, "Wow, cool! This game looks so great. I can't believe it. I'm gonna play this game and stuff like that." I know that she wouldn't shut up, and she's really mean to her bracelet. Also, she's like, there's a lot of things that people don't like with the game.
So far in this decade, we have been receiving nothing but but infamously bad games. One was Gotham Knights, and I forgot the other ones.
Oh, Gotham, I never heard of its release. I think I've probably seen something.
Batman Gotham, the one that has like Batgirl, Red Hood, Robin,
Okay, yeah,
Nightwing.
I saw my brother watching a clip of it. That's it, really. I didn't really, I didn't really watch it. I just like, oh, let me see what's going on, and I'm like, oh, cool. I have no interest in it. So,
But yeah, so yeah, attacked on gameplay, generic story. So what else happened? So how do you wash the taste of a bad AAA game? Well, simple. You get an indie game, a heavily stylized indie game. So we have Hi-Fi Rush,
mm-hmm.
and like I said, one, it's a palate cleanser, and two, it pissed off a ton of PlayStation fanboys.
Really,
Did I forgot to mention that Forspoken was also on Sony PlayStation?
I didn't even know it made PS fanboys mad.
Yeah,
Right, tell me
it was
more.
basically like their kill. They wanted to be like their killer app for the PS5.
Uh-huh. I mean, the money that they put
However,
into that game, yeah.
Sony is Sony, and well, you can't have any. They're also the same people who fully approve of realistic looking characters doing it in The Last of Us Part 2. So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't play Last of Us. I don't play a lot of AAA games. I want to, but I don't have the budget for it. But yeah, so see, but you seem to know more about it than me. So explain.
yeah, I have to seek this kind of shit out. By the way, you're welcome to the two people who are currently out here.
Out where?
Um, but yeah, so it was basically like if any anime like Cyberpunk said it best when he was making his video about Sony PlayStation. When he was talking about PSO2 and why it didn't release on PS4 and whatnot.
Mhm.
If any anime chick is not wearing a burqa, you're basically fucked. However, they fully approve of two realistic, grotesque looking characters doing it.
I don't know, man. I like I said, I skipped. I didn't even get myself involved in The Last of Us. I know it's a good game. I know there's a lot of stupid things
No,
that happen in
no,
it.
no,
What?
The Last was part two.
Okay, was it a good game? I
No,
mean,
it
I heard
wasn't.
people say it wasn't good, but
No, it wasn't. It was an absolute dumpster
what
fire.
about gameplay wise? Was it good then? Like,
Dude, it's a video game trying to be a movie.
yeah, I mean because it has a
They
TV
got
show.
excited over a damn jump button.
I'm saying it has a TV show, so that must mean it's good, right?
I mean, like, the first game was good, good in quotations because overly pretentious moviegoers.
Yeah, and that's pretty much was like the main thing about that, and that's how it kind of like got the its show because it just looks good.
Yeah, because like currently right now, the um the first game is currently carrying it so like the whole Last of Us franchise because Last of Us Part Two pissed everyone off because one, its main writer
Oh
got kicked.
no, wait. Okay, no, I don't know about. Okay, I don't know about that. Like I haven't, to be honest, I haven't been paying the last of.
Neil Sluxman
Oh,
kicked the main writer who was a chick out of the Last of Us Part Two.
oh wow. I'm okay.
Also,
I'm very new to this because I'm like, wait, I didn't even know that was the story behind have Last of Us Part Two. Like I said, I only pay attention when everyone was talking about Last of Us Part One, and I never pay attention after that. So you gotta like inform me about this. I am very new.
uh, and in the working conditions at Naughty Dog were not good as well. We're at the point where the employee actually an employee after before he got the book he kicked blah, he got let go. Before he left the building, he leaked the trailer early.
Okay, I think I remember that time.
Yeah,
Oh boy. But yeah, go. But anyways, you were saying about the whole PlayStation thing.
but yeah, a lot of PlayStation fanboys were kind of pissed at it. More pissed than Elden Ring, surprisingly.
I thought Elden Ring. Okay, well, I don't know about that. I heard Elden Ring was really good. So
I mean, like, no, PlayStation fanboys were mad at Elden Ring because God of War 4. Because most PlayStation fanboys tend to think things should look like to quote Fortanga, things should look like Pixar cartoons,
mm.
and everything should be like a cinematic experience.
Okay, I can agree on that. Well, that day everyone believes that it should be a cinematic experience. Hell, even the RPG games I'm playing, everyone's trying to get that cinematic experience, and it's really boring when
And
you're
it's
like,
like, yeah, here's the thing: games are not cinema. And another thing, the story of Elden Ring doesn't hold your hand.
well,
That's another thing
that's
that's
no,
attracted towards it
that's
because
normally,
the Soulsborne franchise
yeah.
is everything's kind of left vague.
Yeah, exactly. Souls games always don't hold your hands, and that's what people like about it. And then when new people try to jump into a Souls game, they're like, "Oh, cool, new game! I want to get on this. Oh, this game's too hard. I hate this game. How can anyone play it?" Obviously, because we've been used to so many easy games and cinematic games, but when it comes to Souls games, they see it hard and they're like, "Oh, okay, I can't play this game. Sucks."
Yeah,
It's not even that. It's really anyone who just like gets into a new game franchise and is like gets into like the third or like fourth edition or something like that. And they're like, oh cool, I want to get into these new games. Oh wait, they suck because they're hard. How can anyone play this? And mostly blaming the streamers because they're like
Yeah,
influence people.
um it's like you should have known, like, hey, this is what happens right now.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you've clearly seen your favorite streamer play. You see how hard it really is. It was on you that you bought the damn thing.
yeah, but they're just like new game. I gotta play it. Get points for looking good. Cool game. Oh, I can't play it. Oh, this game sucks. And they don't give it the time. Like I've as a game developer watching other people play games who just kind of like just say, "Oh, this game sucks." Is like, do you like? Are you just like? Did you even like? Oh,
Are you just fucking bad at the game?
mostly that, and it has to be, and they would just want it to be easy. I'm like, come on, guys, like, can you enjoy it? Like, games are supposed to be something you enjoy, you know? Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess there's some frustration,
Yeah,
but
I like I understand, like I really understand, like, games that are that are just meant to test your patience. Like,
yeah.
I've played my fair share of those kinds of games. Believe me.
And I come from the Super Nintendo age where, well, I mean that's close enough, but I come from the Super Nintendo age where games punish you and have no saves.
Oh no, there were saves, you have but it had a battery backup, and that shit will die.
Well, try playing Super Darius Force and then call me because I cannot get past like Sector H because the
No, I meant no, I like specifically the games that have save states. They
uh,
have a battery in them,
oh,
and batteries die.
true. But like
That's what I mean.
okay, okay. Well, I was talking about like games that I was playing that were like just punishing and unfair.
Yeah, like I played I Want to Be the Guy deliberately, by the way.
I never heard. I never heard of it. I think I've heard. I think I've heard of it, but I'm not sure. I think someone mentioned it once. Some Let's Player. So what else?
I'm loading up an image right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there it is. There's the cover. There's the sexy cover.
Oh, well, that looks like a AVG kind of game. You see an angry video game nerd.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Uh, this game actively likes to troll you. Like, any person who's played I Want to Be the Guy can vouch for that.
Like how does it how's it trolling?
When you first got up to the apple, okay, when you first do some platforming, the first thing that happens to you is an apple flies towards you and kills you.
Wow. Ow.
And when you go on medium, the save points call you, just instead of save, it says wuss.
Wait, when did this game come out? 2000. It looks like it says 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want to be the guy.
And the game's engine was used in Multimedia Fusion. But
Never.
yeah, Hi-Fi Rush was kind of a tasteful palette cleanser. Like, everything just looked great. It sounded great.
I heard it described as Guitar Hero meets Devil May Cry.
Yeah, because it's a rhythm-based action game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there was other rhythm based action games out there, but I think it was that other what's that gun one? Um, metal something. I know there was a rock and roll one. I forgot what it's called, like metal something, but I don't remember. Rebel might join.
Yeah.
Rebel might just join. Might hop in.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, I forgot what
well
like
tell her she's open to come to the voice chat.
oh, I don't know. It's I forgot what it's called. It was like a rhythm based shooter, but there's like two that came out at the same time.
I'm looking it up right now. 'Cause I think it's also kind of a boomer shooter as well, and I think Gouda played it as well. Speaking of Gouda, how are you enjoying your VTuber craze? Yeah,
Um,
like how are you enjoying your little how are you enjoying your VTuber belly rubs?
well, to let you know, it is coming to an end. I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game right now, but what happens is that they are going to be restructuring the servers. So by I think it's March, this game is going to be going down because I guess it's the free to
To
play model is poisonous
oh yeah,
to a thing.
another thing, the new Dead Space remake has officially came out and see some fairly positive reviews.
And I'm hearing some negative reviews too. I'm hearing,
Oh yeah, I like how Isaac Clarke looks like he now looks like a fucking 9 to 5 dad.
yeah, and well, he's a redhead, which is not a real problem, but yeah, yeah, like they changed his model in general. Yeah,
But
they changed his
ugh.
model. They changed they changed him. They changed a lot about him.
Oh, Metal Hellsinger.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
your that
Yeah, Mel Helsinger, and there's another one, BPM or something like that. Bullets per minute.
yeah, bullets per minute is also a thing.
Yeah, rhythm shooters.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just reminded by like of rhythm
Whoosh.
games that weren't them, um, but I know how to get good at rhythm games like Hatsimiku Project Diva F and just other shooter games. Oh, no, sorry, not shooter games, but other rhythm games. Oh boy, you could kill me. But yeah, so those are two of them I heard of. Uh,
Yeah, like I said, when a fucking cell shaded indie platformer. By the way, this also gives some light to Sega, like how much we want a new Jet Set Radio game
but
because this
oh
game has some elements, some Jet Set Radio DNA in it. I
yeah,
guarantee fucking you.
I heard what do you call it? No, it was by the same people who created what's that game again? Cha 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 cha. Uh, the dead one. Oh gosh, what's it called? Evil Finn. And
Yeah,
I heard
Evil Within.
they're former members of Team Clover. I'm not sure if they ever worked on anything that was like um yeah, I'm not sure if they ever worked on anything that was part of their rhythm games.
I'm
But
pretty sure that like they played a few rhythm games just to, like get an idea of what they wanted. And I think they also played like Death like heavy like like the the other two games that we mentioned, Metal Hellsinger and Bullets per Minute,
mhm,
just so they can have like some form of a reference.
yeah, definitely. But yeah,
Because like that's another part of like game development and game design because like you actually have to play
but yeah,
games
you gotta play other people's games to kind of understand how they work.
or like I said, have a clear reference of what you want your game to be.
Yeah, like my game, I have. I mean, my game's supposed to be like a card game, but pseudo, not like really like a. It's supposed to like, oh man, this is a card game off the bat, but it's supposed to feel like a card game. And have only played a few card games and lost in a lot of them. Say like what do you call it?
Oh yeah, fun fact about card games. Did you know that the official Pokemon trading card game had a Game Boy Color game?
Yeah. Oh yes, yes,
There
yes,
is
I do.
also a sequel to that
Yes,
as well.
Yeah,
but it was only Japan exclusive.
I think I played something like that, but it was like I got this like Pokemon game for. I remember playing something similar for sure, but I don't know if it was ever that. So
But yeah, ultimately, Hi-Fi kind of just blew Forspoken out of the water.
it was
I'm feeling like this is
Forspoken.
going to be another year. Honestly, I'm going to feel like I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, and I will happily eat my words if it's not. Um, I feel like this is going to be another year where indie just breaks out like hell.
Hmm.
It was a lot like 2015.
Is it because
Funny enough, um, funny enough, that's also when the time where people died the most.
really?
Yes. Uh, Lemmy Kilmister, Dusty Rhodes, Leonard Nimoy,
Oh,
Elizabeth Scott,
Dusty. Oh, okay.
uh,
Hmm.
Christopher Reeves or Hitchens. I forgot. Wait, no, Christopher is still alive.
I would have to look up a
Fuck.
Wikipedia page just to find out which who died back in those days, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember either. But yeah,
Oh, by the way, Leonard Nimoy is the guy who did Spock.
oh, of course, everyone know. Well, everyone and their parents know who Spock is. I mean, I probably wouldn't know, but if I didn't watch a bunch of her shows that like reference that, I would have been like, oh, what's this? So, but like everyone knows who Spock is, to be honest. Yeah, but seeing Hi-Fi Rush, and I looked like all of a sudden it just came out of nowhere. Like when I was just do. Hi-Fi Rush came out of nowhere, and I heard how it blew
I saw
Forspoken.
the reason why I even know about its existence is because I saw it trending on Twitter.
I saw it on. I just saw people putting videos up on YouTube. It was like, hey, Hi-Fi Rush is out there. Blew this AAA game out of the water. It was really good. I'm like, really? Where does this game come from? I mean, it looks. Um, I mean, I'm like, I watched a trailer. I'm like, okay, well, it's like it's. I'm like, this
And
is this
yeah, and like
Japanese
keep in
inspired?
mind, it has an art style that ages gracefully.
Yeah, cell shaded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like I said, kids, and I will take this to the grave with me. Dialyzed graphics age more better than quote unquote realistic.
yeah, but it looks real, man. Like my Call of Duty and stuff like that. Oh, it looks you wouldn't believe it. Like I can see the character, and the character looks like me. That kind of thing.
And then 5 years later,
Yeah, and then it's like it doesn't look great. The graphics get better, but people want cinematic games. They want their games to look like them. They want the games to represent them, and so on and
it's
so
like,
on.
yeah, eventually, hopefully, this phase of its life of the gaming industry fucking dies out. That's what I'm hoping for.
And yeah, that would be true because what happens is like we still have different kinds of games
Because
that
like I
are
still think like gaming is still in like its teenage phase.
it's gone for
You know what
some
I
reason.
mean?
I don't know what its adult phase it would be, to be honest, because there's so many different genres out there, so many different.
Because like it doesn't know what the fuck um it wants to be. Because like it can't, because much like with a person in high school, they go through many kinds of different ideas. Like they try out different things, different clothes,
Oh, and
go to different cliques.
also people in college
Currently,
also
right
has that
now, the
problem too.
gaming industry is in the fucking wannabe theater clique.
Well, if you look at it a college perspective, when you change your major like halfway through your thing, that's like the whole everyone in life in general are going to change uh, jobs,
Yeah,
forms, and everything. So high school,
yeah,
yes, that is a good analogy
yeah.
because
That's
it's
And by the way,
yeah.
to anyone who's young watching this, just think twice about college for the love of God.
Get yourself a blue collar job before the robots take your job because
It's like just in general, just like just think twice, please.
it's true. Other than like the
Because if you change your major, you're basically fucked.
Yeah, I remember looking at this Kermit meme was like the dark side Kermit was looking at Kermit is like change your change your major halfway through college. And those other college memes where people are like saying, you fell for the college meme. I fell into that hole and was like, oh, let me see what meme that is. It's like, oh yeah, you thought you were going to get over you. I got this degree, and I'm still working at McDonald's or something like that. So um,
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
you have a better chance just going straight into like uh the workforce and instead of just
yeah, yeah. Just like get a damn job.
pretty
Yeah,
much
just yeah, just get a fucking job
pretty
and
much
figure out what the fuck you really want to do.
yeah.
Because you're coming out with positive money instead of negative money.
And then the debt, and then you go into the, like debt, and you got to pay back the government. If you're lucky enough, you get out early, and you're like, okay, cool, I can just go straight into a job. But if you're unlucky, you still go straight through, and hopefully you make it out at the other end, like one out of like 50 people.
Yeah,
Um,
1 out of 50 fucking people actually doing what they wanted with their major.
Like I know this school I went to in college are like, yeah, we only gonna let 15 people pass, and it was like hundreds of us. It's like, no, 15. I'm like, really?
Yeah, and it's like, and also if you want to be like us and we want to work in like a creative field or something, just just fucking make a portfolio, get a damn job, and just make a decent portfolio.
Yeah, you gotta get also make a site. That'll also help too.
Or just use artist station because that's where a lot of people go to. Funny enough, I'm actually talking with a client who emailed me surprisingly enough. Emailed me, so I'm crossing my fingers this is not a fucking scam.
Yeah, you've been falling to a lot in, for the past few.
This one I haven't did any scam interviews yet. So
Yeah, but your track record on getting scammed is too many
it's like
times.
one I fully got scammed, and the other ones I almost got scammed.
How about not getting
So
scammed at all? Is that an option?
uh well, I
It's
almost fell for one of them. That one chick who PM'd me with like like this is a bit of a mini story time. So I was in the I woke up, I think it was like last like a few weeks back, like before even the new year, if I remember correctly. And I already reported her, so I don't have the like the stuff. But
mhm,
but a random Indian looking chick DM'd me, and so we got to talking, and it's like, okay, she seems okay.
mhm, mhm.
English is probably not her first language, or she doesn't know any kind of like know how to really hold a conversation. It's like, okay, cool. It's like she's also an illustrator
Yeah,
for like she even showed me like a portfolio reel.
and you're talking to a machine.
No, it turns out I was talking to a scammer because like the next time few times when she DM'd me, she fucking asked me, "Hey, can you give me a loan of 150 bucks?"
uh, next, yeah, next thing
So
is
I
like,
blocked her and I reported her.
what was this on Instagram?
No, this is on Discord
Oh, what?
because we all had because we both had the same mutual servers.
Uh, why is this only on Discord? Huh? It's the only time I hear about this kind of thing. Probably on
Well,
other
the
places,
scam
but
interview was through a spam email.
uh, well,
Okay,
at least you didn't
so
lose anything in the
another
process.
fairly somewhat juicy topic is Seth the programmer.
Oh yes, that is on my list of things. I I'll just say I don't know who he is, But Hirohei was
He
talking
was
about
once
him,
an anime tuber who was mostly famous for his power scaling videos and debunking Death Battle.
like just like the death battle, screw attack death battle, and not screw attack.
Yes.
Oh, so you just make a you just react to it. I guess that's the situation.
Yeah. And there's also evidence of him being, well, an anti.
Mm.
Uh, an anti is basically, anti-lolly shit.
I thought he. Oh, that's not how the story. That's not how I heard the story going.
But
But go on.
um,
Yeah, go on.
but yeah, he did a bunch of shit,
Mm-hmm.
including but not limited to mental and like mostly just like mental and verbally abusing lots of people, including Clyde,
Yeah,
becoming a full-on loony.
yeah. I didn't watch the 7 hour. I kind of just looked through it, but then.
Clyde actually, talks about like his kind of his background and such, like how he's basically just like kind of mentally ill, and Seth kind of just took advantage of that,
Mm, like I said,
and and yeah, like I said, just tons of mental abuse.
yeah, like I said, I remember I was I there was a 6 hour video of
Oh yeah, and he actually apparently made him eat made like a moderator forget like a higher position. He had to literally eat poo.
why? Excuse me, why?
Like I said, fucking loony.
Huh?
But however, if you want like a more condensed version, Rev says Desu does a better video.
Like I was saying, I was watching a what do you call it? Moist, not moist. That guy Keemstar. There's a video of Keemstar talking to them. A 6 hour video. I'm not gonna really spend that much
Yeah,
on it.
Keemstar, like yeah, and like him actually kind of confirming a lot of the shit that happened.
Yeah, I saw. I was watching a video based on that, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? Because like I'm like, who is this guy, and and why do I need to care? Kind of thing.
Yeah, like I keep on forgetting you're on the more
Yeah, but I was in because Hirohei brought it up, and I was like, let me figure out what's going on in general, so I can like just understand what's going on. Because I'm like, I knew you're gonna bring it up, and I was like, let me look deep into this. But like, I don't know. I looked on the Wikipedia, the Wikitubia, and I heard people talking about like he has a button. He was like, he did a couple of things. Like allegedly, I'm gonna say that because what happens is like, he was um, he was talking to a minor
yeah, minor,
on Discord.
um, yeah, like they basically getting trying to um and try to plant some false evidence, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a whole Google Doc on this guy, and I was like,
Um,
I didn't really look into it. I just kind of skimmed through
like
them.
simply like Seth was planting false evidence.
Ah, okay.
Like him being like a like trying to paint Clyde as his money hungry dude, or like one dude as a pedo, stuff like that.
Ah, okay. That's how the story goes. Yeah. Um, like I said, I just like kind of like looked over because as I'm running Amino, I saw this
Yeah,
post.
various, and him recording calls without people's knowledge or permission. Basically, any scummy thing that you can think of that you can do on the internet, Seth had his fingers in it. Fuck fingers. He had his entire goddamn arm into it.
A whole fist doctor. Yo, yeah, like I said, I don't know nothing about this guy, but I was just like, what is going on, and why do I care? Who is he, and is he that much? If he is he that important? I mean, I guess he's an influencer of some sort.
Yeah, he's kind of like a bit of a massive influence when it comes to the whole anime community and the power scaling community, because who would win in a fight is easily one of the most popular questions in any kind of community.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I guess it also opens up a lot of topics to like, hey, who'd win in the fight? Check this out, guys. It's like, oh, my favorite character. Um,
And the like the Naruto versus Bleach fight, because Clyde mentions it a lot, almost got canned as well. Like even the animator was like, yeah, like no, I couldn't really put up with Seth's abuse, and Clyde was actually going to come out with a another one if he tried some like his usual tricks. So that was another thing. Like he kind of just knows Clyde knows Seth's tactics,
mhm.
so he can just adjust accordingly.
So,
And he has a lot worse shit on him apparently, and that's the crazy part.
so how
Like
does this story end? Like, where are they
I
at
think
right
it's
now?
still going.
They're still going.
Yeah, I think the saga is still going. And we already have our first. Yeah, like I said, like it's not even a month into the new year, and 3 months into the new year, and we already have our first saga.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm just like, well, one of the comments said it was like he's like what do you call it? Creepshow art and somebody else. It's like the
Yeah,
creepshow.
the Creepshow art saga. This
Yeah.
consists of three major arcs: the Creepshow arc, the Toby arc, the Hopeless Peaches arc, and lastly the Creepshow
Oh,
the Shannon arc.
yeah. You know what? I actually watched a video on that, so I was like, you know what? I'm like,
The one made by Cecil McFly, or
I think it was like like Tony or something. Gosh, it was like Tony the Hawk or something like that. I gotta look back in my history,
Turkey
but
Tom.
yeah, there you go, Turkey Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched. I'm like, okay, I'm just like scrolling around. Like, oh, my sketch was talking about creepshow art, so let me watch the whole documentary. I'm like, oh, I'm like, huh. So this is what's going on. It's like, oh boy.
yeah. This is what happened before. And keep in mind, like, by the way, commentators talking about lolly shit and getting exposed as a complete loony or hypocrite, impossible challenge. Because it always happens. Someone says, "Oh, Anya getting dick down hard is problematic," then later on getting exposed for drawing art of Tails fucking Rouge.
That's I did. Oh,
Uh,
listen, I maybe there's not there's like a separate correlation, between the two factors. It's like, okay, well,
like,
Tails
like,
and Anya are like,
they're both like Tails and Anya are both underage, but
yeah, but
but
they
like one's still but both are still minors at the end of the day.
no, but animals and human girls, you know the difference, because Tails is a young Shota animal, and Anya is a young, wait, which one's the ice
Yeah,
one?
this is the kind of logic that they go with. Keep in mind,
Yeah. Anya
these
is the ice.
people unironically use that logic.
Oh wait, sorry? Are we talking about the Anya from Frozen, or are we talking about Anya from the pink hair girl?
We're talking about Anya from Spy Family.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. Well, then it still falls in the same place, even if they have power powers. Yeah, okay, there we go. Tails is an animal, so it's okay. And he's been around for like so many years, so maybe it's okay to loot up your animals and stuff like that. But a little girl,
It's like,
anime girl, it's not good, because it's a little girl anime, it's a little anime girl. You know, you,
yeah, it's like, yeah. Then
you
later
can't
on,
hurt
you get
animals.
exposed as a loony or as an actual groomer slash kid diddler. So it's like you're just self projecting.
Yeah, I don't know how these people get into these things. I guess virtual signal, get points, uh, get too far, and then you're like, oh
Or
cool.
In fact, we actually had like anti-lolly tuber getting exposed as a legit predator because like she sent them like porn and shit like that,
Mm-mm.
even though they were still a minor.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I guess it's all that. I guess it's virtual. It's the case on virtual signaling. Like, oh, well, look at me. I'm doing something great. Follow me. But it's like on the other
Yeah,
side, you.
this is and like keep in mind, like this kind of lack of self-awareness is why I call 80% of the commentary community retarded.
That makes sense.
80%. Like like how stupid are you?
Dumb enough not to go against somebody else, but not to get caught yourself.
This is like I said, it's like lack of self-awareness. In fact, the there's like a bot or a gimmick account that has like a self-awareness thing, and it says like wow, and it's like it auto text self-awareness, and it retweeted mine.
Turns down. Yeah.
And like currently, right now, the commentary community is like either taking a huge amount of copium, or some of the more rational voices are just outright leaving the community altogether. So it's just fuck, man.
As long as you don't get caught in the mix of it. I mean, just talking about it is enough that people um already have enough data to just be like, oh
Like,
yeah,
keep in
so
mind, like there's also debates. They're debating over fantasy versus reality, and it's like I need to sit down over this stupidity. Like if you can't tell apart fantasy from reality, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. You understand that?
oh yeah. Hmm.
And I think it's like what the whole I think it's similar to the whole video games causing violence thing. It's like, no, it's not.
Okay, sorry I'm late.
Oh,
Hi there.
oh you're
Yeah.
right.
We're talking about Seth the Programmer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to catch me up on the speed. I kept seeing her around, but I don't know what the whole story was.
Seth got exposed for doing a crap ton of things, including but not limited to various kinds of abuse, mostly verbally and mentally. Treating his fan base like absolute garbage. Treating his editor Clyde the Weeaboo like absolute garbage for the longest period of time. Stuff like that. Oh yeah, and he's also a class 1 anti.
Gotcha. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah, no bueno. No bueno.
And if you want more, there is a 6-hour Keemstar video of them talking, which
And
I did not
I'll
sit
also
watch.
link Clyde's video as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the story runs deep.
We kind of also talked about when I also because Kurok somewhat brought it up, me kind of going on a bit of a rant on why I call 80% of the commentary community retarded,
I gotcha.
specifically with lolly shit. And I said this to about Seth the Programmer because like any kind of stuff that happens, like any kind of abuse, court recording calls without people's knowledge or consent, like he has like all like the worst things that you could potentially do that isn't really illegal. Um, he has his whole arm in that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
a
kind
big
of
ass
level.
arm.
That's the kind of level of bad we're getting.
I said the whole fist.
Whole fist.
Hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't even
he's
worthy of
like
the
the type
fist.
of guy, yeah, that would basically gaslight his editor, bullies them, I should say.
Yeah. Uh, we in our previous topic before our current Seth Programmer one was about Hi-Fi kicking Forspoken's ass.
Oh yeah, and I've played High Five, and it's good. It's really good. It takes me back to the early days of gaming.
Okay, so is it really that good? Have you
Yeah,
tried?
it's literally like I mean I probably already explained it,
Yeah. We even talked about like
but yeah,
three
it's like a
aspects of game
old
with
school
people.
Devil May Cry.
It's basically rhythm-based Devil May Cry. I basically told him it was like a rhythm-based action game.
Yeah, which thankfully it doesn't punish you if you don't stick to the beat. It just gives you extra points if you manage to do so.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and it has like a feature on there that if you're really bad, there's several ways that it can help you with the beat. Like you look at the environment, you keep track on beat. You can look at your characters. You can look at the enemies. You can even have it. Like I said, there's a little feature where you can. It basically shows you where the beats are, but for the most part, you're not going to be punished if you're not musically
Inclined, yeah.
Like yeah,
rhythmed.
rhythmly gifted.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's a chill, laid back, type of game. It doesn't ask too much of you.
Yeah, we
Um,
also brought up similar games like it before,
mhm.
uh Metal Hellsinger and Bullets Per Minute.
Yeah, I actually been playing Bullets per Minute too.
Yeah, because we both talked about it, and like because like in game design you need to play games to like have good idea or a good point of reference for your
Mhm.
actual game.
Right, and I think that this like my only problem with Bullets per Minute is that it does feel like it does somewhat punish you if you don't go on beat. So you can't just shoot all willy nilly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but like I said, with this, I think this is a really good direction of having like a rhythm based action RPG or action based game. Where it's just like and once you and the music they play is really good. You don't even have to be a fan of rock and roll. You can
And I
it's
also
just
talked about Sega. They should have Sega's interest in having another Jet Set Radio game or something like it, because there's some aspects of Jet Set Radio that they did take.
right. Yeah, I thought they were supposed to be working on that,
I
No,
no.
they they
but
decided to go. They
um
decided to tell the guys, the proof of concept to basically tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, but then the next one coming out is it's called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. It's like in the spirit of
Yeah,
Jet
it's made
Set.
by it's made by an indie game company, game team.
hmm.
I mean,
Okay. I mean, like, other than Cyberpunk 2077, there's a lot of Cyberpunk games that are made by indie companies, and a lot of them are pretty good.
yeah.
Signalis is a cyber kind of cyberpunk game. It's an
What?
anime German.
I'm okay,
Alright.
but yeah,
It's not really German, but it's like
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. There it is.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely, Jet Set Radio.
I remember this one comment saying like there should be like a subgenre of indie games saying like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Basically, you're not wrong there. And I feel like along the way somebody's gonna make a quote unquote indie version of Forspoken. 'Cause I think I was talking about the demo one night on here. I don't remember, but yeah, it is kind of a letdown. It's like it's just painfully average. I mean, I'm sure you guys already talked about it. I'm sorry to the audience that you have to rehear this, but
No.
yeah, it's just painfully average.
Yeah, and hopefully Rebel will join in as well.
Yeah, she
Oh
says
hell
she'll
yeah!
join in. My question about to you for spoken. Since you played it, did you turn down the talk slider?
Uh, no, I did not.
Or you kept so you listened to everything that had was going on.
Yes, it is kind of like it. Yeah, I heard. I listened to the conversation, and just for the most part, I did kind of turn down the volume anyways. So it's like I figured it wouldn't matter. You still have to deal with the conversations anyways, in game or in cinematic. No matter how much you turn it down, it won't really matter because you're still gonna have to listen to it. And for me, it's like I was having this discussion with somebody one day. Is that there are people out there that don't care if the story is crap as long as the gameplay is fun, and there are people that don't care if the gameplay is bad as long as the story is good. So you got 50-50, and if it's both, then hell yeah or hell no. And so for Forspoken, it's like when you're out in the open space, and you just
kind of
I'm
also
sure you
kind
already
of talked about how thankfully people slowly and surely are starting to realize games are not cinema.
finally.
Because because we talked about and I talked about this as well, how basically I think indie is going to break out.
Yeah, and
How
that's like
it's
one of
about
my
like 2015 kind of.
yeah.
Like
It actually is like you get like a good hour or two, before you actually get into the gameplay of the Forspoken because you're just constantly dealt with one cinematic after another, and one of my biggest gripes to me about the game most of all is that that it really does feel like it treats the audience kind of like they're stupid, and that it's like it's trying to also at the same time gaslight the player into believing that this character is actually a good person, but throughout the entire time, she keeps, lack of better words, bitching about everything, and that's why I say it wouldn't really matter because every other line that she says, it feels like she's complaining about something or she's making a snarky joke to her cuff or to another character. Especially there's a guy character who's literally white knighting for her, and she keeps telling him to fuck off and go fuck himself. And for some reason she keeps wanting to go back to her to New York, to her home, where she's from. But in the opening sequence, she's homeless basically. She's, constantly being threatened to go to jail. Her life is on the line. And yet here she's actually treated like a hero. Now, of course, there's like this weird it's a weird twist. I kind of called it early on. I'm not even going to spoil it just in case, but it's not like a horrible game. It's just like I said, it's a painfully average game. It's not even worth the full price. It's like I would wait like a hard sell if you want to try it out.
Pirate it.
Yeah, or pirate it whenever you get a chance to.
It has been Forspoken.
Just don't just get a VPN.
Yeah, and then here's some like
the feds coming after you.
Yeah, and then I hear like some criticism about like hifirush, where people could say it's like, well, the dialogue in that game is bad, and then the main character's kind of an asshole, and the difference is that it's not taken so seriously though. Is like the dialogue is meant to be campy and silly because the world in of itself is campy and silly. And the main character, yes, he's a jerk, and you understand why. But he's not really a jerk. He's just a very he has a chip on his shoulder, and he does get that backfired on him, and he actually acknowledges that, yeah, maybe I am kind of being full of myself right here. And so you get like some character development, like already after the first and second boss, like early in the game, it's like you already see like good growth of character development, and there's a good steady pace. I'm like
Okay.
almost halfway into the game, and I'm having fun, and I'm chuckling here and there, and it's. And I think I saw like somebody say that they don't like the art style of it. It's like it's a kiddie ass art style. And it's like, No, man, it kind of makes me think of Avatar a little bit.
Sketch was
What
saying that earlier today about the art stuff. About we're saying cell shaded will last longer than anything that is
yes,
realistic.
and I will stick to that to the fucking grave.
Yeah, really, it is. Yeah, the cell shade looks really good, and it's animated, beautifully. Like it has that a mixture between arc system type of games,
Oh yeah,
like with Guilty Gear and all that,
Yeah,
and mixed with some of our I know this movie gets referenced a lot because I don't think this really was the first one, but still I'm going to say it. Spider Verse, like where the CG is cut down from 60 frames to 24 frames.
yeah,
And,
on one, on twos, then on threes.
mm-hmm. and then and then every now and then it'll break up the style a little bit from being a CG to being 2D animated.
Yeah,
You know,
or hell, even the Lego movie.
yeah,
The CGI is actually makes it look like it's actually made out of Lego.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and and one of the biggest gripes that not I keep saying one of my biggest gripes, but another gripe is that like what makes Forspoken's gameplay so average is that no matter where you go, it feels like you're in the same location, like just different shades of colors here and there,
yeah.
and it feels so dead and lifeless. And but then you go into like Hi-Fi Rush, even though you are in a compact linear level, it looks lived in. It looks and it feels alive. Probably also
Yeah,
doesn't help that there's literal beats going on, and plus you get to interact with some of the robots and between here and there, hear their conversations and stuff, find some
oh yeah,
knickknacks.
oh yeah.
Uh,
Keep in mind this is also by Square Enix.
yeah,
Forspoken.
yes, yes. And another
And
thing too is
they're
that
also
someone
kind of
also.
under the Sweeney license. And
Mhm.
keep in mind, they kind of disavowed their anime fan service games.
Huh.
And so, like
Yeah.
any anime chick who isn't wearing a burqa is immediately just yeeted out. However, they have two realistic looking grotesque looking characters do it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably with this department of because I know that Forspoken is under Square Enix, but it's under a different department. It's kind of like with Bone Studios with anime, where
Mm.
you have different departments within the studio. That's what it's kind of like here, and this department is solely for like the Western audience. I think from what I've heard. But then you look at like with the next Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 16. There was some hoopla because people were complaining why there's nothing but white people.
Oh
You
yeah, I
know,
heard about that.
yeah, and the guy says just because I want to be true to where this is from, and and plus it's like you actually get to see the upgrades, quote unquote. I'm quoting a YouTuber, Fleek,
Freakazoid.
but yeah, Fleekazoid. Yeah, yeah, you do get to. There's some characters that actually do have the quote unquote upgrades instead of being downgraded. Boobas. Uh, but yeah, another game that Forspoken was losing out to is the Dead Space remake as well.
Oh yeah, I we briefly talked about that actually.
Yeah. And I think I got seen a video where one of the original creators, reacted to the gameplay of it, and he's enjoying it. Um, and and again, like all they really did is just like the entirety of Dead Space, the original, could probably fit in like a quarter of the space that Forspoken has, or even God of War has.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. There was
Oh
a
yeah, we also talked about we both kind of briefly talked about God of War. Actually, I actually get to that. What the hell was Sony thinking when it was like when they were doing God of War 2016, like 2018? Like I understand you want to do Norse mythology, but there's nothing really wrong with having the same gameplay as the previous games.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to try and mix it up, and and because right now the big And this is what makes why I like hifirush so much too. But it's like right now the fad game style is kind of like if you're doing like an action RPG type of style, gameplay is going to be like Dark Souls.
Oh.
Yeah, so it kind of like Dark Souls kind of is the reason why we're. I know somebody will probably correct me, but that's what like a lot of people keep referring back to as the like a inspiration. Is you have the R button and the R2 button, you know, to use your attacks, and then all these other buttons, and it's like as much as I enjoy that. It is to me, it kind of goes along with what you guys were saying, and y'all probably also brought up too. Is that while I do appreciate the storytelling aspects and this new unique type of take on telling Kratos' story, and the gameplay is fun, I do still hold the original trilogy as being the best, because even better than 4 and 5, Ragnarok in 2018. I don't care who gets mad at me. That's what they are. I don't give a shit what the creator says. And it's because it's like it's unapologetic of what they were. They were a Greek tragedy. You know, that's what the whole concept was. And so what kind of like really hurts whenever I play these games, there is an air of like I do enjoy the references. I do love, you know, the callbacks, but it still hurts because there's an air of like regret towards those original games. And it's like I hate that I could feel that.
Yeah, it's
And
like yeah, it's like when it comes like, you know, because like because like I think like the nostalgia critic said it best, like there's some things you just shouldn't fuck around with.
Mhm. Right. And in their attempt to be quote unquote more mature, they actually became immature. Because and I was watching like a video, I think Overlord probably watched this too, is where it's like it was like the person was comparing God of War 4 2018 to Devil May Cry 5, and how Devil May Cry 5 is more mature than God of War or Data Boy or
Dad of
Boy of
War.
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 Because simply because Devil May Cry 5, you know, basically embraced this what it was throughout all these years. It was, you know, a silly, action packed, you know, character action game with a deep and satisfying lore to it.
Yeah, and God of War is about an angry man who wanted to get revenge on the gods that wronged him.
Well, actually, that is where you're kind of partially wrong.
Oh,
Yes, that's like the general
That's
broad
that's the
stroke.
general idea of it.
Yeah,
But it's like, you know, getting back at the people who wronged him.
right.
That's but it's
Well,
like also
that actually is
trying to
I mean, this is why I say you're partially wrong, because originally Kratos didn't really care about getting revenge. It's that he just wanted an end to his suffering.
yeah,
And
PTSD.
I kept
yeah,
on tossing. Yeah.
PTSD and just having the weight of just being burdened by the weight of loss of you know,
Yeah,
loss and
you
grief.
know, Ares killing his wife and daughter.
Yeah, making him kill his own wife and family, then
Yeah,
literally burning their ashes onto his skin.
yeah, like I said.
I have wondered. I think only one character throughout the entire 2 games have actually asked Kratos why he's so white, and I don't think he really responded to them. I was surprised Atreus never asked. It's like, Dad, Father, why is your skin so ashy?
Why not?
You see, boy, before you, that's another that kind of pissed me off too. Is like he never explained to Atreus. Spoilers, everybody out there, but fuck you, anyways. Is that he never explained to Atreus like the like about his family life. I know it's something he doesn't want to, but if you were wanting to be like Kratos to move on and move forward, you need to be upfront about like tell his sons like the reason why I don't want you to go down this path because of X, Y, and Z, not just because my dad was a god who was a fucking asshole. Like, no, there's a little bit more complicated than that.
Okay, I posted the video about told
Ow.
by Tactical Bacon Productions.
Ow, hit my fucking funny bone. No, it wasn't funny.
It was unfunny, bone.
It was very
But
unfunny. It tickles though. But yeah, it's like what made, again, like going back to what I was saying, like Devil May Cry 5 was more mature because it embraced all the things that what people would say is the immature aspects of it. Hell, the reason why Dante dressed the way he did was because someone replied, and a critic said that in Devil May Cry 4 he looked like a gay cowboy.
Oh yeah.
And so in the fifth one, when he did the whole Michael Jackson dance sequence, that was basically him being a gay cowboy. Which, no, he's not gay, people. Got throw that out there.
Yeah, I think no wonder.
I was just thinking that he was just impersonating Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you know how people are.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
like when they were designing him for one of the Devil May Cries, they're like, he is not a gay cowboy. And then I think that's how they got DMC Devil May Cry, because they were trying to remake Dante and just like, ugh. Like,
yeah, they even rejected how the original design in that game. That's what pissed me off too, or turned me off. Will also piss me off too. And so yeah, and that's like my sentiment towards a lot of these games.
These Western developed games.
And that's what really just irks me about whenever I hear a developer like Neil Cuckman, saying that he doesn't want his game to be fun. It's like,
what?
Like I can.
Excuse me.
Neil Druckmann.
I know, but I'm saying his game doesn't. I don't want my game to be fun.
I gave him the nickname Neil Sucks Men.
I think he's got like 1,000 names, and none of them are good.
But
as you should, as it should,
as it should, because he deserves it. It's like, it's like he literally said in an interview about The Last of Us Part 2, is that he didn't want the game to be fun.
What are you?
I said this to Kuro about The Last of Us Part 2. Like, they added a fucking jump button about the gameplay. Like, they added a fucking jump button. All people remember is The Last of Us from the fucking story and writing. The gameplay is outright forgettable.
Yeah, it was a by the numbers, and this kind of goes along with what I was saying earlier too. Like, if the gameplay is not that good, but the story is great, yeah, that's still a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So
and The Last of Us is a good example. Hell, even the Spec Ops: The Line, the gameplay is ass.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not even sure. It is basic, is by the numbers, is average, over the shoulder, crouch, hide shooters. But the story leaves such an impact on you that you
feel like
you're mesmerized. Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of JRPGs are so popular too, because you have the basic, stand there, take a turn to hit, basically like a European, fight system. You stand in line and you take turns hitting each other.
We call it turn-based in their industry. For those
basically.
For those who are not developing games, we call it turn-based combat.
But yeah, we can go on for days about just modern gaming, but
we could, but also at the end of the day, it's like for anyone out there that's like wanting to become like a developer in a video game, like, at least have some sort of fun element to your story, to your gameplay.
Also,
no,
find the fun.
You guys are gonna have to find the fun yourself.
Like, legit, like, you have to find the fun.
Listen,
otherwise you're going to end up with a pretty crummy game.
I don't speak for all game developers.
For example, the folks Looking Glass Studios, the folks who made Thief, they were originally going to make like a full-on gladiator fighting thing, but they found it more fun to just sneak around everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's some aspects in video games where like, oh wow, like the whole, like you build it for one thing, but it turns out the best thing that came out of it is the thing that was unintended. Like I know there's like there's some games out there that was like, yeah, we play it like this way, and that's how we
But
want to
then,
play it.
but
Uh,
then
uh,
you found the fun by just sneaking around,
yeah.
And you can always leave it to the fans to know what to like
or your
develop a game
QA
through it.
team, and actually fucking listen to them.
Don't listen
Right.
to them
I
all the
mean,
time. I mean, I have
yeah, and you guys are both right. You guys are both right.
I got QA in my game.
I think it's just like if you just have an overall pleasant experience with the game, then yeah. But it's also like it is very exhausting just being forced to basically play like a interactable movie constantly.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I will continue to say this until the fucking grave. Games are not cinema. And in fact, earlier I was talking with Kuro and saying like gaming is kind of in its teenage phase right now.
I actually kind of feel like it's more in like in its college years.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
Yeah, like the teenage phase was when we were all kind of edgy and
Yeah,
it's like
edgy and all that fun stuff. But it's also like you're also trying out different things, being a part of different cliques, stuff like that.
yeah, which would still relate to being like in college, where you're trying out, you're experimenting,
That's
like
that's what I
like
said.
that like that one girl
Uh-huh.
and her very close female friend.
Hopefully she doesn't get a fucking train.
Well, by time, she will.
Oh, you don't have to worry about the train. They have a couple of
Black guys. Ready?
exception. I was trying to make a dildo joke. I was
I
trying to make
mean,
a
I got
dildo
mine's
joke.
out. I
eventually
got
will
mine's
get you
out
so
before
far.
you, so
Yeah.
you need to
Welcome
speed
to the
up.
Midnight Social Podcast, everyone.
Yes. Welcome.
Are we still up again? Like, how did we get
It,
through? How did we get to 29 episodes now? Oh, what
I don't know
did
what
we
Uh,
do
episode
to
are we.
deserve this?
Sex jokes, knife wielding hobos, and actual talking points.
Yeah, actual talking points.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget we haven't gone to the whole existential romance shit life topics too.
Oh yeah, we cover.
Yes, and it's fucking February.
Oh god, yeah.
Hope you guys,
Yeah, this is perfect time for us to start drinking ourselves to death.
hope you guys got a perfect date. Whoa, yeah, hope you guys
No,
got a perfect date.
my dating life is a failure to launch.
Oh, so you know what? Right, that reminds me of those Facebook memes. There's
No,
like
I have
na-
some form of self-respect to not use fucking Facebook.
name your dating life as a video game title, or like
No, we're not. We're not. And by the way, since it's the season of love, stay the fuck away from dating apps,
oh
please.
well, I saw this one called Hinge, not hashtag not sponsored, but Hinge was telling me that
Please, it's
it's
just like
made
stay
to
the
be
fuck away from
deleted.
dating apps in general.
Did you say
Hinge,
Pinterest?
I
Uh,
know. No, he said Hinge.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's like
Yeah. I don't know.
my YouTube. I have a YouTube and it's not YouTube Premium. So what happens is like I have to like listen to the commercials. And it's like, oh, this app is designed to be deleted when you're done with it. I'm like,
You don't have
okay,
an ad blocker?
no, I mean I don't bother. I don't mind listening to the commercials.
I'm on you. Um, I do watch YouTube on my phone, but that's the only thing that annoys me. It's the ads.
I have YouTube.
Yeah.
I listen to YouTube on my phone when I'm at work. But other than that, it's like when I'm at my
Yeah,
desk, there's ad block. So
yeah, I have ad block as well.
like I just want to listen to some
Yeah.
music while I'm working. That's the benefit of working by yourself. You don't have to listen to the country music or not really country music. It's like a mixture of like Michael
Or
Bublé and a
or
bunch of stuff.
fucking or like radio talk show host.
Sometimes I have to turn off my thing and like listen to like the news. I have like a 24-hour news station, and that's not bad. It's just listening to like everything that's going on. Like, oh, there's a mysterious blimp that happened over of America. I wonder how they're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
Yeah,
all
solve
I
it.
the
think.
Chinese. Yeah, they finally took it down today.
It's like, why the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of too fucking late, really. It's like by now they probably already got all of our shit.
You got your credit
I
card
mean, they've
numbers.
been getting our shit through like whatever else, but still,
Discord.
it's just like
I mean
why a
Yeah, it's
Discord.
like
balloon though
you
too?
already got my fucking you already had like what the fuck what else you want, China? You want my firstborn son?
Yeah, they probably would do that. They probably want that
They
too.
got two. They got enough first points.
Oh,
First points.
first
Like
voice.
you want my
But yeah,
first
they probably do want your firstborn actually, because they had that whole. I don't think they
like you
still
want
have
my
it.
blood type 2? You probably already have that, but still, like you want my blood type 2? You want my firstborn son? You want me to use meat pads to okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
To be honest, Discord is like has a die die. Is also like it's in ruled of China, right? It's in bed of China in some case. So your data from
That's why I say
Discord,
like actually everything is
your
Facebook,
TikTok,
Twitter, all that shit. So that's why I'm kind of like wondering why a balloon.
because it
And
would
it's
be
not even just in America too. They got a balloon over in Africa too.
because it's funny. No one's gonna
And it's
Why the
like
fuck
suspect
do
this
they
a
want something in
balloon.
Africa?
I have no idea. Are they looking for lost civilization or something?
maybe
Are they trying to King Tut's secret dungeon? I don't know.
I was thinking like
Five,
the
six,
white
six.
part of Africa, not the black
I
part.
think
What
it's
would
something to do with the fact that lots of governments can have influence over Africa.
really?
Yeah, that's
What?
how it's always been. Like Africa has just always been that weird place that everybody wants. Well, mostly because it has a lot of resources.
Oh, because
Yeah,
But
I'm about to say what's in Africa.
but it's like both like resourcefully and politically, it's a quite a powerhouse.
yeah,
I was about to say what's in Africa and how come people want it.
Lots of greenery.
Lots of
Uh,
animals, the big five. They'll bite your ass. What else?
lots of tombs and secret curses.
Oh, Nerf
I'm
Narco.
talking about like actual resources
I
that they
mean, yeah, you
have,
could
like
probably
stuff
use
like
curses.
actual fertile land.
You could probably use
Um,
curses against your enemies if you're good enough. You can curse Biden or something like that or Trudeau.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but back to the whole thing.
They're probably trying to find the
Speaking
perfect honey tree for Winnie the Pooh.
speaking of Twitter stuff,
Looking for the copyright.
Elon Musk has been soon around this February. Elon Musk is finding a way to enable monetization for Twitter users, specifically people who use Twitter Blue.
I'm not famous enough to use Twitter. I mean, sorry, I'm not famous enough to buy my a check mark, so I'm kind of just waiting.
I'm not
Yeah,
desperate enough to do that.
yeah, specifically those who use like I said, simply those who use Twitter Blue, they will get ad revenue and stuff like that because Twitter needs to make money.
Yeah,
Honestly, with all the shit that's been kind of going on, with all these influencers, like I'm sure y'all have been hearing about MrBeast's shit
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was actually on
him
the list.
helping out a bunch of blind people, and then people just fucking go completely autistic screechings. Like
Oh, okay. Before
it's like
I do have
you
something to
guys
say
can't
about
be
that.
happy.
I do have something to say
They
about
can't.
that.
Kuro, what were we gonna say?
I heard about it and I was like,
Kuro,
yeah.
your mic.
Oh, yeah. I might have turned away for a second. Um, yeah, I heard about it, and the thing about it was that I don't mind that he can hear that he can help people get blind people. I'm just wondering why he
Uh-huh.
had to put on film.
Because that's basically how he gets like revenue.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't you just because I know people are complaining and the Twitter cops are like, "Oh, how come he's doing this thing?" But I'm like, yeah, he could have done the same thing, but just not filmed. Like if I heard it on the news, then I'd be like, "Cool, he did
I
something
think it's
good."
like I said, it's just something that he just does. It's like like
Yeah.
challenges. I actually watched one of his videos, believe it or not. of
They're
him
pretty
going to like
wholesome.
the cheapest hotel to all the way to the most expensive one.
That I didn't see. I usually say like it's more wholesome stuff, but yeah, it's like he builds off like a revenue from the views, but and also in a way it's kind of like we got a lot of other people that misuse the platforms and for like negativity and all that.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
so he's kind of like he's trying to like since like one of the major career goals that most kids have now is to be like an influencer on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, which I think is kind of our generation's fault. But
yeah.
I mean, I think it's just like similar to like what people want to. It's like people wanted to be astronauts around the 70s because we went to the
yeah,
fucking moon.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
like every generation kind of has that kind of
yeah. It's
thing.
like how you want to be in the military during the World Wars, both World Wars, and then you
I
want
want
like
to shoot
the
some
astronaut.
Nazis.
Then you want to be like a cop during the 70s and
I want to shoot
80s.
some Nazis.
Or 60s, and then
Yeah.
or be a hippie. So I guess it only makes sense. Or like in the 80s and 90s, you want to be a rock star. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, you're right.
it's
Equivalent to a rock star would just
whatever
be a rapper.
you're exposed to
Mm-hmm.
is basically yeah. But a lot of it is because of the revenue that he's literally trying to burn all his money too at the same time. Um, and it's like I remember seeing one of the posts or comment asking like like it's so brain dead too. Like a lot of these people, they keep asking the 1%. They want the 1% to
Yeah,
basically
eat the rich and all that fun stuff, but when they
eat the
actually
rich and donate their money to the people, and that's what he's basically doing.
and
He's
then when
using these people to
someone
help.
actually does it, they fucking go on an unhinged rant.
Yeah, and like one of them basically just outright just said like, no, we want the money towards us,
Mm.
and it's just like, bro, are you that
You can't
fucking
you can't be happy.
yeah? And then someone asked like this should be the government's job to
Yeah.
do this. And no, that's not
I'm
the
pretty sure
government's
that person
job.
has like universal health care or some stupid shit.
Yeah, and that's literally
No offense, Kuro.
Yeah. I'm taking.
yeah. I mean, that's literally what socialism and communism are basically all about. Is the government being in charge, taking care of the people, and that's not what we want
Which
because the
by the way,
government.
which will never, which always fails. Look at the fucking history book. Hell, look at Venezuela right now.
Shit, yeah, man, it's a complete shit sty.
And keep in mind, and it's like keep in mind, like socialists, they don't know. Like, have you paid attention to history in the slightest?
Right? Yeah, like yes, capitalism has a lot of faults. Yes, I will admit that. But the thing with capitalism
Compared to
is like it's a free market. You can shift it, if you're are
like,
conscious and aware
if
of
you
it.
don't like it, they can just go somewhere else.
And we are literally seeing that in the entertainment industry. Like we're literally seeing more like the reason why we're even got into this whole woke bullshit because people thought this is like all the woke shit is where the money was going to be, but then after a couple years later where we are now, people are now seeing, oh wait, this isn't where the money is, so we're going to have to step away from that.
Yeah,
And
and like
that's
and
capitalism. That's literally
yeah,
what capitalism is.
and as much as I hate my fatigue, manga is currently doing is outperforming comics and
Yeah,
comic did as well.
exactly, and that's another example of capitalism as well. And that is that if you have just a primary, if you have a government that's like in a pure socialist economy, one, nothing would belong to you. For starters, all that money that you're trying to get
Yeah, and like
doesn't really belong to you.
yeah, it's basically it's like you will own nothing.
And you'll
Like
be
it's like what
happy.
those people will say like you'll own nothing and be happy. That's that tenfold.
I'm,
Yeah, Curl.
I was gonna say like I own something and I'm happy, but
And for a lot of people that like most like hippies and stuff, they think it's like that'd probably be the best way of life because they go on with the whole Zen Buddhist mindset that owning ain't earthly materials is bringing out suffering. But even then is kind of like you still like like if you don't own something, then somebody else is gonna own that. And so it's like like if you don't own land, that means that you're basically just perpetually renting off the government. Well, I mean, we kind of still are, but we can actually like the things that if you know how like I just found out really that we have been fed bullshit and your weakest and that poverty is inherited because you're inheriting the mindset of like 401ks and all that other shit. And so if you
like I said, the boomers had the best time. I mean, sure, polio was a thing, and God help you if you weren't white, but you can get a house at a fairly decent price.
yeah.
You could go to college. In fact, Kuro and I just briefly talked about college, saying, "Hey, uh, please think twice about college."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean there's so many college now it's like just school in general there's like it's just that I actually saw something earlier where there's such a bad shortage of teachers across the country in America where they have lowered their standards in hiring teachers. I don't know how true that is, but you don't even have to know the subject you're teaching completely to teach.
Just need a warm body.
You don't even need to know what 2 plus 2 is to get hired to be a math teacher. And that's pitiful.
2 plus 2 is 4. I forget what I came from. That's some of the show I watched.
Yeah, and then I swear, I think who said that? I feel like it's either the drinker or somebody, and on one of his podcasts that says that the worst. No, it's not the drinker, but I don't remember who it was. But the one of the worst things that actually have ever happened to Hollywood is the social media, because now we're seeing more and more of the bullshit seeping through.
More lunacy.
Mm-hmm. And I mean that's why it's like it also kind of hurts, too with with the entertainment industry, like the gaming, comics industry.
Yeah, and like for me, it's just can you not like I think Spoon. That's what kind of happened to Spoonie.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
he
really.
kind of got like kind of like I wouldn't say like, kind of addicted to Twitter, but
that's like with Dan Slott. It's like he was gloating one day about like having like the most comics run in Spider-Man in history.
Even though some of those were outright, most of those comics were probably just fucking garbage.
They were. They were all most garbage, and even the multiverse, it wasn't his. Like a lot, I think some idiot said that quoted him as being one of the pioneers for the multiverse for Spider-Man. It's like no, that was like a thing in the '90s with the anime show. And
and plus like it wasn't even before that, Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah, Japanese Spider-Man.
That kind of like helped plant the seeds of the whole Spider-Verse situation.
Mm-hmm.
And the Japanese Spider-Man also helped in making Sentai. So we wouldn't have Power Rangers if it wasn't through Spider-Man.
Yeah, or Kamen Rider and all.
Yeah, Kamen Rider. I didn't really watch Kamen Rider.
Speaking of which, I kind of want to check out that. Yeah, there's an anime coming out actually. I don't know if it's this season or next.
Like I said,
but yes.
it's like it's kind of like just. I think the drinker did said that with social media.
Him or Yellow Flash.
I think it was the drinker who said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I can't say the message without saying it like he does. The message. But yes, and I think like one of the actresses or the actress that's playing in the upcoming Ironheart film or show, just basically just outright admit it and like in a roundabout way is trying to push more of like an agenda towards like becoming trans or something.
Which
I'm
I
just
actively
paraphrasing.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I kind of clocked out of the MCU.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, when like Chris Evans started running his mouth, it kind of like yeah, this isn't funny.
Like can we go back? Can we
It
go back
can,
to things?
Well,
yeah,
the pendulum is
it's
slowly swinging back, but slowly.
yeah, we're slowly swinging back because I think there's a projection of where like the next generation of not Z but Alpha might become more conservative than we are today because how that pendulum is swinging back. Because we're already seeing it in some Gen Z. You know, yes, a huge chunk of them are you
Yeah,
know
like I was remember kids. I was part of the fucking anti SJW movement around the around
yeah
2014 to 15, baby.
yeah, and so
I
we're
so yeah,
so after your generation, the generation after you, the with Alpha, they're going to be like the conservative route now. That's
but yeah,
projected, you know.
yeah. I joined the yeah. I was part of the yeah. I'm basically what I'm saying is I'm a retired anti SJW.
Yeah. So
Like I was very,
yeah.
I was apolitical, but I know that when I was creating Black Suit Men, I was very, I knew that I was like, I was apolitical, but I was trying to, try to sub to
It's hard as
norms
hell.
of that time.
It's it's hard as hell to be apolitical. Like I've always tried to pride myself as being apolitical, but I guess like I think you brought this up, Curl, that or somebody did. It's that it seems like I've been leaning more onto to like conservative ish side, but like I teeter back and forth.
Mm.
Yeah, because I know I do say things that would
Uh,
definitely would probably get me in trouble. Um,
yeah, it's like eventually.
yeah, that's why you got that's why you gotta keep your identity secret, kids.
Yeah, it's
Oh, oh.
because
Uh-oh. I
one's
mean,
in
I
it
I mean,
because being
when you're on social
yes.
media, and then you become a big thing. What do you
Mhm.
mean? They'll dig it up.
They will. I mean, that's what happened to that girl with that company. You know, that brony dug so deep into her trash bin to find one little thing to get her fired. And so it's
Yeah,
just like I was just like telling one of my friends earlier today. It's like you know the whole situation with you know Stevie Boy, you know, or
I
Seth, or even with Drake Bell and other these antis and influencers in general. It's like if anything, this should be like a more of a warning towards upcoming influencers or kids that want to get into this space on social media. It's like
yeah, it's
not
like
just
yeah,
either don't get famous or hide your identity as best as possible because
yeah,
it doesn't really matter who you could be a fucking saint because I watched the interview between that woman and Eric
yeah, and
July.
or or people will try to attack you for who you were.
Yeah, who you were. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that interview with that girl who worked with that company, they
Which
got
speaking
fired.
of which, I'm pretty sure I made some enemies on Amino that
Right.
probably would love to see me fail.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the club, man.
I mean,
I'm sure
honestly,
somebody was going to dig up one of my old drawings
I actually talked with
and
Thick
shit
Dragons
and try to.
about something like basically how company how like some family-friendly companies will actually go through your portfolio, and if they see like 18+ shit, you're
Mhm.
basically kind of fucked unless you get really
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah, there's a TV trope called bleach underwear where it's like I forgot it was like it was like a it's basically you're gonna people are gonna
Like we
know.
drew stuff that's not really meant for kids. So
Yeah.
like with Jordan Vasquez and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't looked it up in a while, but I kept on
But they get picked up for Jordan Vasquez is the creator of Invader Zim, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing about it's like you get picked up as a person who's been drawing all this stuff, and then you're supposed to you're supposed to try to hide it. Like I haven't looked at the trope in a while, but it's so
Yeah,
it's similar something something
you have to
similar to
do
that.
a full on genjutsu.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Like, well, like what terrifies me a little bit is that I'm not the only dog boy around, and plus, it's like my personal IRL name is very common. You know, may not be common around my town, but it's common elsewhere. So it's
Yeah,
probably shouldn't say.
similar to my IRL name.
Yeah. So and something happened to one of my friends about a couple weeks back is that somebody took one of her old pictures off of one of her social medias and tried to pretend to be her.
Ha
Wow,
ha,
Yeah,
catfish.
yeah, trying to sell an OnlyFans,
wow.
and yeah, and so it is so you have that reality that there's either that
Uh,
mistaken
cat,
identity, but
catfish, man.
that oh boy. But then there's also like as we just said, it's like it could be something like with that woman, like I was trying to say, that with that interview with Eric July, she sounds like a down to earth, you know, you know, level mindset girl. Like
She sounds like she seems like a normal person.
yeah, like an actual normal person who's actually genuinely, she actually does not wish the downfall of anyone else. Even despite all that has happened, she still talks highly of her former employers, and and she wishes them the best. And that's like, damn, she's a better person than half of the people I know. And,
But
and, and
yeah,
so it's like somebody like that can get knocked off, can get attacked, you know. So it's
thingy.
and that's what I kind of worry about for Mr. Beast as well. Going back to him being the dead horse, bringing it back to life just to beat it again. Um,
Yeah, because
it's
like I
yeah,
said, like
because
these people will try to. This will probably happen with all three of us. They'll probably would try. Probably I would probably suffer the most out of all of us, but they would try to attack me for the person for who I was.
Anyone's
man,
got.
I feel like Kuro's got some horrible skeletons in his closet somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm not trying to virtue signal because they said the la-
I
the, the
mean,
Yeah.
louder you the louder
I
you.
mean, like it's like when you eventually get big enough to
Oh
start
boy,
making money and stuff like that.
oh boy.
Yeah, I'll actually be fine if GLM doesn't get too big. For right now, it's just so that way. It's like I'm trying to wait until this whole fucking storm kind of passes over. This pendulum swings backwards where nobody gives a shit anymore. It's like okay, so I can rear my head a little bit.
I think everyone's gonna have some sort of problem. It's like it's unavoidable. It's just that
Yeah,
you have to be strong enough to go through the storm.
yeah,
Hard times make
and
good people, and the good
yeah,
people make good
really,
times.
and
But
I don't
yeah,
know. I was going to enter in that international competition with this media with the silent manga. I don't know if she
Yeah,
no, yeah, it's one of my friends. I think was telling me it's like there's like a curse with that uh, contest or one of those
I know.
contests
I think it was
where
me.
the winner gets some shit dug up on them and then they get canceled or arrested.
Yeah, I mentioned that last time. I think it was me because what happens
Yeah,
is yeah, there
yeah, it
are
might be
yeah.
there
Noctilus.
are things
Speaking of
that come.
entering stuff, I didn't get into AX. Lol.
Oh
What
damn,
was
really?
was
Yeah.
AX?
Like I said, I tried to apply for AX as a joke.
Oh, that was the one you were talking about. That's a joke. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to apply for AX as a joke.
What's AX?
Anime Expo.
Oh, okay. It's just
Well,
a con.
that's a good thing.
I mean, you could just sign up. Okay, well, I'm not really. So you just sign up and you're gonna get a table, or what was going to
Like
happen?
I was going to apply. Like I was applying for app. I was taking an application. So so first you do your application, then any kind of like legal shit you have to do. Then next was the
Yeah, but was this for like, are you going to get a job by doing it, or just getting a table?
it's like basically you have your own booth and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Dope.
I mean, I guess there's
Seven.
always next time in different cons to
Yeah,
go try it on.
yeah. It was like I was just doing it as a joke, like lol, haha, haha.
Ha
Like
ha
look
ha
at this
ha ha ha
shit.
ha ha.
Like me, buy my
Yeah,
comic.
like lol, look at this shit. I'm about to apply for AX, even though I have a snowball's chance in hell.
What would you have done if you did get in?
Well, first I had to basically get like get like some kind of license or something to properly do it because California law.
Hmm.
So I would probably have to do that first. Have to ask my mom about it because I told my mom like I would probably be like, "Hey mom, remember that time where I said like I would apply for Anime Expo as a joke? Well, turns out I actually followed through, and they got me in. So I need to do this thing where I have to have like some kind of license to do California law.
Mm.
Mm.
So yeah, and then next is gather the resources for for my stuff. Printer like glossy paper, stuff like that.
All the gloss.
Like yeah, glossy paper. Then I have to find a cheap plane ticket, which let's actually look at plane tickets.
Okay, while he's looking that up. Um.
Mm.
So what else was I gonna say?
Yeah,
To LA.
yeah. My list is just about Seth
Okay, there it is. Cheap
and Mr.
flights
Beast.
all the way from say like fucking because like it goes from like June to around July. So
Oh, okay.
for an adult economy flight, find the deets. Uh, uh, sure, let's do all of them. I really do not care. I'm just doing this as an example. I'm on cheapflights.com, by the way. Fucking load, you bastard.
Bastard. Bastard. What were you gonna say, Carl?
Oh, I really got enough. I have nothing. On my list was just Mr. Beast cures the blind and
Oh
he
yeah, the
says,
weirdest thing I like critique I heard was that someone literally compared him to the Antichrist.
Oh my
"Oh
god.
yeah, I heard that too." That's what
Yeah,
really got me. That's really sparked the interest. I'm like, why? What did he do? And it's just no, he just
yeah,
helped people with his money. I was like, oh, okay. I thought Mr.
Yeah, like I said, we kind of just talked about it, and
I thought
yeah, and he didn't really cure blindness. He just got them surgery that's been there for decades.
yeah. I was like, oh,
okay, so
that's not much.
okay,
Yeah.
so wow, all these are fucking okay. So on from American Airlines, um, it costs about Jesus Christ, $575.
Hmm.
The cheapest one is Sun Country and that's cost like $421. This is without taxes, by the way.
What's hold on.
I'm on cheapo
What?
air.
Yeah, what's that in loonies?
What? My God! Stop.
Wow, this guy.
Both of you guys. Fuck both of you.
I was like,
I mean, sure. How much that is in Canadian?
Canadian. Let me just go on this
wow, this guy.
because I know Kuro is the fucking
There's an EX chain. What's an X chain site?
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
What the hell am I doing?
Exchange currency. Okay, how much is it that we're talking about now?
So for Sun Country, it's $421. Turns out all these are $1+ stop.
And it's Canadian. $564.19. Yeah, our dollar is not that strong.
Oh, so just roughly around the same price then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our dollar's not that strong.
American Airlines is $575.
Just put 100 on that.
United Airlines, $577.61.
Which one's the one that throws hands? The Delta?
Actually, let me. Do they have Delta on this goddamn list? No, they only have Sun Country, American Airlines, United Airlines with others, American Airlines with others.
Delta even still around?
I think they still are.
Okay, just haven't heard anything about them.
Same.
Okay, so the most expensive one is Spirit Airlines by themselves with a $1+ stop flight of $1,000. Ironically, because that's the airline my mom likes the most. Yeah. And then
y'all don't have Frontier?
It wasn't on the list.
Oh, okay, so they probably aren't.
I'm like I said, I'm on cheapoair.com, so
I think Frontier is like more of a smaller airline anyways. That's where one of my buddies works at.
I thought.
You got all them airline perks.
And because I'm mostly gonna check out the.
Who's in the audience? Oh my God.
What the fuck am I doing?
Oh, Lillian. Sup?
How come you can see it, but I can't? Oh.
I'm on. But yeah. Okay, Anime Expo.
Well,
oh man, what if this is the person that gets all of us canceled?
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, it's been 29 episodes.
Okay, so the Los Angeles Convention Center.
Something has to put us in their grave. Can't live forever.
Yeah.
Well, let's get.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was basically explaining before I came back home and get on here, because I was explaining to my friends that I just been having like this nonstop existential crisis. It's like as if at some point I have unknowingly looked into the void, and it looked back at me and showed me some shit, and now I'm just like I cannot look at anything.
Did you blink?
I don't know if I did blink, to tell you the truth, but
no.
But
when it looked back,
it gave me a wink.
No, like no.
I'm
saying like when the abyss looked, we both looked at the abyss, but when the abyss looked back, did you blink?
No.
By the way, I was quoting a movie, by the way.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't know. Long day, long fucking week in general. We had a bunch of deadlines to get through. But anyways,
you said deadlines.
Okay, so like it seems like the closest one from the Los Angeles Convention Center. Actually, never mind. The closest one to the Los Angeles Convention Center is about.
Sorry about that.
It's approximately for like a decently like a junior suite, it costs about $504 a night.
Yeah, we're
Actually,
trying
no,
to.
that's actually popular with small rooms.
Yeah, we
A
got a
premium
convention.
room costs like about 466.
Yeah, we have a convention coming up, MobileCon coming up, and we were just talking about earlier about hotel
Actually,
rooms.
if you like, you can always try to apply there.
Yeah. Well, my plan is to visit a convention and then figure it out because I've never been to a convention my entire
Oh, that's pretty fun.
life. Well,
Okay.
Amicon. I should be more specific.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I don't know if you can take pictures. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah, take some pictures, dude. I would love to see them because like I took in you
yeah,
guys see me
of
take pictures
cosplayers,
of me in
yes.
Youmacon.
Yeah.
yeah. Hell
Ye-
yeah, definitely will do. It'll probably be like I think it's in March though, May or March.
Okay, so in the second closest one to the convention center is the downtown Los Angeles proper hotel, member of Design Hotels, yada yada. It's about for one of the rooms, it's about 575. So about your flight. So yeah,
Hmm.
one room, queen bed, deluxe, non-smoking view. Yeah, 575. Keep in mind this is 20% off.
Ugh.
Regularly, you're paying $720 for this thing.
Ugh. Sorry.
The deluxe room, one king, non-smoking view, is $750.
Yeah, no. Nope. 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 That might be cheap to somebody, but not to me. Not to this. Not to this dog.
And keep in mind, this is not counting pretty much everything for transportation. This is just for the flight and the hotel room. I'm not talking about transportation, stuff like that.
And the food and the tickets
And the
and
escort.
I'm pretty sure
yeah,
they would if you have like an artist alley, like they'll you probably just show you something and you can get in for free.
probably. So I'm pretty sure there'll still be something you'll have to pay for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
some
probably still
venues, I
something you
guess.
have to pay for. And then keep in mind, like, the convention also takes their cut of your money.
Not my money.
Oh,
Anything but my money.
like they take a cut of your money as well.
What would I do without my Looney Tunes?
So it's like the whole thing is just one big expensive endeavor that you probably
Kuro, I can feel Kuro just roll his eyes completely to the back of his skull hearing that.
keep in mind, kids. I did you know I paid attention a lot during my civics and economics class?
I did not.
I wish I'd pay attention more. Which I don't think I had one of those classes since ninth grade, and it's been like over. Shit, actually, yeah, this year will be the 10 years since I graduated high school. Holy shit!
Oh, that's when I graduated high school. Damn, let me
But
get a
back to what I was
date.
saying.
Oh yeah, about the 10
Yes,
years thing.
Yeah. So
not
unless
my
you want to,
loonies.
unless you want to fucking drive there, which
Probably cheaper.
like it is possible. It is possible. Like
Oh
my
wait.
algebra 2 teacher said it. Like she drove all the way from Michigan to fucking California.
Oh wait. Probably wait. How many hours is that?
Just boot up Google Maps real fast.
Because I don't know where.
Yeah,
I
you're
assume
closer than I would be, so that would definitely cheaper for you.
gotta take the highway not I-90 or what does the I even stand for? Sorry for being Canadian. I don't even when I hear that I
Interstate
what okay when is it
is.
interstate? Is that just a highway or is that what we call highway?
I mean, we call them highways too, but the interstate is basically it's like you just. It's like the phrase like if you cut up the words like interstate. It's
Okay.
like roads that basically traverse across the states.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Mission
essentially.
center.
Yeah. Okay. So, fun fact: we have like this one highway called the 401, or the based off some prime minister. I forgot what his name was. Some dude.
I'm wait. Now I'm waiting.
And it cuts across
Did
the whole
did
country.
did this said prime minister that was named after?
Sure,
Did he
sure.
partake in the art of blackface?
No, but if we dig up on some stuff on him, he may have had some slaves. Not really sure. We're gonna find out
He may
a couple in the.
he may have made a racist gift basket.
He may have or may be canceled and sometime soon when someone says, "Hey, he had slaves. Let's take his name off the highway." You know.
So optimally, because it doesn't really say Los Angeles Convention Center, but the South Harp parking garage, which is around the Los Angeles Convention Center, but still, it's about a 33-hour drive from there. So 1 day in 9 hours.
Yeah, that is definitely a lot faster than I would. If I were to
And
try to
I'm
drive
not
there,
even
it'd be like a
accounting
couple
for
days.
gas. So
How about toll? Isn't there toll booths?
what?
Toll booths. Don't you have to deal with tolls?
Yeah, but
Yeah, tolls.
Like, isn't that
it's
gonna
like
like stop
The,
like toll
the
roads
modern day troll under the bridge.
once you're 25 cents? It's
Yeah,
probably up
change
to
my
two
mind,
dollars.
people. Change my fucking mind.
You guys are probably paying $2 just to get through a toll, right? Or maybe it's moved from 10 to $2, right?
yeah,
I
but
mean, we
it's
don't
like
have them as
also
bad here in my neck of the woods. But
I
when you go up north, yeah, you'll start seeing toll booths.
yeah, and they only accept change.
The exact change, huh?
Like, and it's like I understand easy pay, because people still carry around cash, but still.
Mm.
Yeah, if they're working, half the easy pays that I've seen don't fucking work.
Yeah, it's like why are you guys like this?
Why do you people hate me?
Like,
Why do you
Okay.
wish to torment me? Oh, so.
Cause
Excuse me.
um, there is actually one more topic on this list, and we have to cut this soon
Yeah,
because what happened
I
is
just looked at the time.
I gotta go.
yeah, it's
I have
fine.
to go preaching tomorrow. I got a
Oh, hell yeah.
sermon. Hmm?
I did not mean that. That's very ironic that I just said that. But yes,
Yeah,
nice.
I have to deliver an exaltation at church tomorrow, so it won't be streamed. Well, I mean, I won't be able to stream it, but I assume that it's going to be streamed on Facebook to like 300 people or something like that, and on the church on some church network. Anyways, the thing is, I think Sketch. I think you wanted to talk about Wizard of the Coast.
Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of old news. Like, but a lot of the stuff has been kind of resolved.
No, okay.
Um,
Okay.
What do
all
you
right.
guys think?
Well,
All right. I think that solves another podcast.
yep.
We'll go
And
longer, but
to leave off everyone with some with a bit of my personal existential dread,
Mhm.
there's an old story that I came across where there was a king who asked the wise man, "Tell me something that would make a happy man sad and a sad man happy, all at once." And the wise man said, "This too shall pass."
Um,
All right, there you go.
all right. I was like, what? I was supposed to clap, laugh, or
No,
cheer.
no, you're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to just sit there and look at me like I'm stupid.
That's
Like,
all.
what the hell is wrong with this guy, dog boy? Are you off your rocker? God, we really gotta have to hurry up and close this out before he drives us crazy.
Dog boy, are you AI? This is okay to tell me. I know there's a lot of AI going on. Are you actually just an AI?
What? No, I do not compute with this. I mean, I don't understand where you're getting at here. What?
We know there's AI
What?
generated images, there's AI generated voices. I feel that you're an AI, man. You're actually an AI.
No. No, I am not. I am not an AI.
Well, everyone, tune in next time to find out if Dog Boys is an AI as he said he isn't. We'll try to see what kind
Am
of
I
script
even
is in his
real?
chest.
Do I actually live in Ohio? Okay, let's
and
close out
hopefully
here.
we'll have a lot more juicy topics as well.
And
Yeah,
hopefully I'll be here on time.
hey, as you're
And
here in
hopefully we
general.
get a lot more members of this original show. Be back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we have like
Actually, no, Kuro,
applications for people
aren't
to
you
like
with
come and join in?
don't you have Gaijin on PSN or something?
I don't even use my PlayStation, but yeah, I think I do. I believe I have them.
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, you can contact him and kind of just get him up to speed. What happened?
If you go 5Ds. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. My plugins are all the same.
Yeah,
Nothing
same
different.
here too.
All right. And we're up to 49 followers on Twitch. Well, as current here. So going to hit that big 5-0 soon.
Woo woo.
Yep. Be slaving over at Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get to that DLC and then
Yeah, and,
gonna get an Elden Ring after. I know y'all
Right.
beat it, so
And to
yeah.
try to be more interactive with the audience, comment down below if which zombie apocalypse would you rather be in? The Last of Us type of apocalypse or the Dead Space type apocalypse
That's
Resident,
gotta be
Resident Evil.
with the necromorphs?
I like the Resident Evil because it get
yeah, because
monster powers.
I,
Yeah, Resident Evil.
I gotta
All
say
right.
The Last of Us, you can at least because how you kill them is the same way you kill any other real zombie. Center of
Yeah,
mass
center
or the
mass.
head.
Oh yeah. All right. Comment down below which will be your preferred zombie apocalypse if you could choose one, and which would be your worst.
And we'll see you
Anyways,
next time.
If you don't, I will stick Skynet on you guys.
I mean,
also, yeah, be sure to follow this goddamn podcast, or I'll find where you live.
I will grab a knife wielding hobo from nearby Waffle House and throw him at your house.
Oh my god, I think we found the running joke here.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. This was generated by AI. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, bye guys.